Hi, I'm Hester Vaughan from Lifestyle Coach, and this is my synopsis of what's new on Discovery Vitality. So, Discovery Vitality have come a long way from back in the day where we all joined the program where you could just get cheaper gym membership. It has become a hugely complex and rich product, but also complicated now. That's been very, very well received throughout the world. But it does mean that it's becoming quite a lot for us to take in, those of us on the ground level, to make it work. So I have actually, the way that I understand things is I draw it out. And so I've actually drawn some pictures. So hopefully this will help us to just get a handle on it. So I'm going to just give you a very brief overview of what's changed and how it relates to each other. And then afterwards you can go to our website, www.lifestylecoach.co, and I will have these pictures. I've got a few down here as well. And also just how to work it and exactly, but more of the detail. Right, so the traditional Vitality Health that we all knew and have known up until now is this level. So that's Vitality Health, which is attached to a life insurance product or a medical aid. That's the one that's wants to measure how healthy you are, how much you're moving, how well you're eating, all of that, managing your stress. So the basic things that you still need to do are to see the nurse and the biokineticist to do your health checks and to do your fitness test. You need to do online questionnaires, and then you need to show Discovery that you're exercising. Those are the main things that you need to do. There's a whole lot of other things that you do to get your points up, and that's one of the changes for this year, for next year. This year, it was 45,000 points to get to gold for the main member and the main member spouse. And you know, that to get to diamond, you'd have to stay on gold status for 3 years before you got to diamond, but diamond was the same amount of points. You have to just get 45,000 points. For next year, it's changed. So if you have fallen off diamond, you haven't managed to keep your points, you don't have to wait 3 long years before you can become diamond again. You can actually become diamond the very next year. But diamond is now 50,000 points as opposed to 45. The good news is that gold, it only requires 40,000 points each. So the lower levels, it's less points that are required compared to this year, but to get to diamond for next year, you need 50,000 points each. Right, so the main benefits of this tier is the healthy food benefits, 25% back at Pick and Pay or Woolworths on healthy food. Healthy care benefits, which is at Clicks or Dis-Chem for healthy care items for yourself, 25% back. Healthy gear, Sportsman's Warehouse and Total Sports. And a new one is healthy dining, which is if you choose the healthier option at certain takeaway and restaurants and even Uber Eats, it's 25% back. And for kids' meals, 50% back. There's still the same, up to 35% off flights, local and international, as well as the holiday and car hire up to 35%. Then there's the boosters, the shoe booster, where you can get 100% back on a pair of running shoes over a year, depending on meeting your fitness goals. The Vice booster, either 75% or 100%, and the bicycle, where you can get 25% back if you buy a bicycle over 2 years. And then you still get your normal 75% off gym. So that's the traditional Vitality Health. Then there's another Vitality Drive. This is related to how well you drive. So this is, you can only get this if you have your car and household insurance through Discovery Insure. The three main things that you have to do here is to drive well. That's logical. So that's to limit your late night driving, to stay within the speed limits, to limit sharp cornering, harsh acceleration, harsh braking, those kind of things. To take your car once a year to Tiger Wheel and Tire for them to check your tires and just to check that your car is basically roadworthy in a way. And also to check that your service history is up to date. And then you do a couple of online, so one online questionnaire. You can do online driver education videos, which are actually very good. I've watched them all. Just basic road etiquette, which some of our parents have not been teaching us. So, you know, it's good general knowledge like that. And that's it basically. The eye gym, where you can, work on your hand-eye coordination. So the basic rewards of being on Vitality Drive are being able to get up to 50% back on fuel, which is at BP or Shell garages, and 25% back when you use an Uber. How this adds to the Vitality Health, really the only thing that I can see is that to get your points for this status, if you have this product, you can get 6,000 points a year to go towards these points for this status by being on Discovery Insure. So if you drive well, it's going to help you to get to diamond or to gold or to a high level on Vitality Health. Then the newest kid on the block is Vitality Money, and this is if you have a Discovery bank account, so either a credit card, and just to make a distinction here, a lot of us have had the Discovery credit card, but you actually have to move it to Discovery Bank to get these extra benefits. So right now, if you haven't moved it, it's still being administered by FNB. Discovery want you to move it to Discovery Bank. So to do that, you have to just download the Discovery Bank app on your phone and say that you'd like to join up as a new client, and then they will contact you and you can move your money. So Vitality Money, the concept of this is really good. They want you to become a more fiscally responsible person. So they want you to do better with how you handle your money, which is very needed in our country, especially around the savings benefits. And this is our cat. Right, let's just quickly, bye-bye cat. Right, I'm keeping that because I'm not starting this video again. Okay, so the 5 practices that they want you to do to become more fiscally responsible. It is to have an eye on your retirement, to build up an emergency savings fund, to manage your debt. So basically, are you spending more than you earn? Have you got the correct insurance in place, like medical aid and car and household insurance, that kind of thing? And then if you have a property, are you paying off your property and are you doing that well? This is a dynamic, sorry, back on the Vitality Drive, you also go from blue until diamond of your status. On Vitality Money, you also go from blue to diamond. This is a dynamic change, whereas on the others, you build up, well, this is fairly dynamic as well, but it's more like month on month, and this one is definitely once a year kind of thing, or you keep your status for the next year. This is dynamic, this changes all the time. So some of the details haven't actually come out yet because they're only going to be available next year. But the main rewards are that you're going to get a whole lot extra on these 2 tiers from here. So you're going to get extra back on your healthy food, your healthy care, and your healthy gear. So you can get up to 75% back on healthy food. From what I can see, that's kind of really the high end. So rather look at, it's going to be more like 50 or 60%, but that is still a lot of extra cash back on healthy food at Pick n Pay or Woolworths. That alone has made it worth it for me. Healthy care, you can get from 25, now you can get 50% at Clicks and Dis-Chem, 50% at health on your healthy gear. And then your flights, you can get 1 flight a year at an addition, at a higher. So whereas you've got unlimited flights, local flights, no, talking rubbish, 12 local flights that you can get at 35% discount, 1 extra flight you can have at up to 75%. And an overseas one as well. So 1 flight, normally you can have 2 overseas flights at the 35%. You can get up to 75% on 1 overseas flight a year. So again, most of us are going to more be in the region of 50 to 60%, but there are those that will be able to crack the 75%. And then this is the other change. If you, it's called the Gym Booster, which used to be on here, they've moved it to here. So if the Gym Booster was, if you were a member of 1 gym at Vitality, at Virgin Active or at Planet Fitness, in fact, I think this is just a Virgin Active benefit. If you're just a member of 1 gym, you would get 75% off. But if you met your weekly fitness goal for the month, Discovery would pay back the 25% that you are paying. So you literally can get 100% back on your gym visits. You can now only have that if you are a Discovery Bank member. The other thing is you can get an additional 20% on top of the 50% back on fuel if you are a Discovery Bank member. And you can get an additional 20% on top of the 25% Uber discounts if you are a bank member. And then they have dynamic interest rates. So if you are on Diamond, and depending which card, you can get a gold card, a platinum card, or a black card. Depending on which one you have, you can get dynamic interest rates of up to 7.5% on positive money that you've got, your savings in your bank account, and on money that you owe, like on a credit card, it can be as low as 12%, right down from 18%. So the whole concept is really good. It's still in the process of being developed, so it can still be a bit frustrating trying to work the system. There will probably be more clarity on this as we come to next year on how this fits together. Then the changes are to Vitality Active Rewards. So this year, you could, this is on your Discovery app, right? It's where you play that game board. So this year you could get a play on the game board if you met your weekly fitness goal, and if you met your drive goal, you could get a play on the game board. Now they've added a third ring, which is how you spend, and basically they are wanting you to exclusively use your credit card, your Discovery bank cards. So if you have enough swipes on your card, that is like you've met your weekly spend goal. More on that. But so and also what's changed from next year is this year we used to get points, Vitality points and diamonds on our game board, and the diamonds and the points would expire every 12 weeks. From January, they're going to completely do away with all Vitality points and diamonds and only work on Discovery miles. So when you can potentially get 3 plays a week, and if you meet all 3, so if you meet your fitness goal, your drive goal, and your spend goal, you'll get a bonus play. So you can get 4 plays a week on your game board, and each play you can get between 125 and 500 Discovery miles. So there's no more holidays and free Apple Watches and things like that. On that note, the Apple Watch you still need if you want to get that Apple Watch benefit, and there's a phone, an iPhone benefit that you can get. T's and C's apply on the bank side. But there's instant spot prizes, but they're all miles based. So there'll be like a bonus 1,000 Discovery miles. They also have done a really fun thing for children and teenagers on the Vitality Active Reward. So right now it's only been for adults on the plan. And now for next year, they are doing things to help kids and teens just have healthier behaviors. So it's quite cute actually. So if you can get your child, so it'll be on the parent's phone, and just an example, one of the games or goals will be if a child eats a new vegetable that they've never tried before, then they get a play on the game board. If the whole family sits together eating dinner, or if you have a limited screen time, so the child can play on the parent's phone and then earn his or her own Discovery miles, and they can be used to buy Lego and things like that. There's a whole list of things, and with teenagers a similar function. So that's just to really involve the family in the Vitality Active Rewards. The teenagers will have the app on their own phone, but managed by the parents. Right, so how the miles works, this is where it gets a bit tricky again. So if you add this part to it again, if you are only a Vitality Health member and you don't have these 2 Vitalities, your cashbacks, the red parts on the healthy food and all those healthy things, will remain exactly as it is this year. It will get paid into a bank account of your choice, or it will be going to points into your card exactly like it is this year. If, however, you are a member of Vitality Money, you're a Discovery Bank member, every single one of these rewards is no longer going to be paid in cash or in points. It's all going to be paid in Discovery miles. And then what you do with those miles, how you can spend those miles depends. So if you're a bank member, you can actually convert them to cash. And remember, they only expire after 5 years, so you can really save them up. You can use the miles for overseas holidays and flights now that we weren't able to do before. So the only currency that Discovery are now going to use for rewards are Discovery miles. If you don't have the bank and your other miles that so even more confusing, you can still get miles on the healthy program. For some of the behavior, they'll actually award you Discovery miles. This is not of your choosing. This is more Discovery will identify you. So if you're a bit unhealthy or overweight, and they identify you as to join one of their care programs. So if you're a chronic medication user, or you're a diabetic, or you want to lose weight, or they suggest that you lose weight, you will get miles, Discovery miles, for taking part in those programs. So the points, it's moving away from points and rands, all going into Discovery miles. How you can spend those miles depends on whether you are a member of the Discovery Bank. Then it can actually get saved into cash. If you don't have that, then you can only use your miles to spend at partners. Right, so I hope that has given you, I think I've covered most of the things in a synopsis. One other change on the Vitality Health side to get points. The HIV test, which we used to get 5,000 points for, only on the first test will you get 7,500 points. Every subsequent year, you are only now going to get 1,000 points. So if you click on the attachments on the website, I'll have a breakdown of exactly how you can earn points. I hope that's been helpful. As I said, a lot of this is still in process of coming into being. So there might still be some changes next year. And if that is the case, then I will make a new video for you. Thanks.